Hello, this is Grinstar, and today I am gonna probably do something somewhat similar to the last video, but a little bit more focused on it. Basically, I've already got the thing built, but it's doing it a different way in kind of a cooler way. I'm still kind of hung up on the granulizing without using a granulator sound, and then delaying it and kind of having those kind of effects there. Um, so yesterday I was trying to get a point where I would get a whole number for the array thing, and I couldn't figure out how to do it. So I'm gonna do a quick overview here on how to get a whole number coming through this, and then what I'm using it for. So basically, what I needed to do is that when you have here we go. Let me just show you what it looks like without. So we have a sine wave here, and if I hook a display up to it, value readout. Here we go. What it does is that, and we have to copy that. Okay, so basically this pulse is going through the sine wave. It's going up and down negative, and it's not going for a full number. Not only that, but it's got, we have to round this out. It's a whole bunch of stuff. And what I wanted to do is use a whole number for it. So basically, what I have, oh, I went a little too far. What I want to do is that I need a whole number to come out. And this is going to be used as a modulation, and I'll show you why this is kind of cool and why this is super important. So I have the phase going into a scalar, and what that's doing is backing down, so it's not going as fast. I have it doing 1/4 of what the time normally is, and that's going into a sine wave, and so it's going up and down into a natural LFO, and then I'm doing an ABS function that says, hey, always be positive. So even if it's -9, it's going to be +9. If it's -7, it's going to be +7. All right, and then that walks down to a quantize, and I want to quantize it to 1/10. So that means it goes up to 0.9, 0.8, 0.7, 0.6, 0.5, 0.3, 0.3, 0.2, 0.1, and so on and so forth. And then I say multiply that by 10, and that'll give me a whole number. So you see here that it goes down 7, 8, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, up and down. And it goes rather slow. If I didn't have this scalar in here and we do a full 1-to-1, this thing is lightning quick. Look at that. Whoa. So I want to slow it down. So I'm saying 1/4. So this is doing 1/4 of the time that it goes up and then goes down. It goes up within this phase here. And then what I have is on this, I have it out to be a modular out, and this is what I'm doing with it. Is I'm equally using the attack and decay, and I'm sliding that back and forth to give a somewhat positional thing on the sound. So sometimes it starts at the beginning, sometimes it starts at the end, sometimes it's a pluck, sometimes it's a full key. And it'll go back and forth between that. Sometimes it's a pluck, sometimes it's a full key, sometimes it's start, sometimes it's early. It gives us sort of a chopping effect. And then I got it back into all these delay, all pass filters, but the delay, you can't really see it, but each one of these, each one of these is modulated by this thing up here. So you can see it here. So I have the delay kind of back and forth, and so I have that thing going back and forth between the whole number and the whole numbers here. The 9, it goes 0 to 9, 0 to 9, 0 to 9, back and forth, and just moves it back and forth and gives it a nice even type of shift. So what this actually does is it sounds like this. So if I take off the effects, pretty cool sound, thanks to Arturia's 2600. But if I turn it on, it gives it kind of a granular delay. And if we slow it down even more, so I was looking at this rate, and if we slow down the rate down here, it gives a little wonkiness. So you got sort of a unknown variable here that the pattern kind of presents itself, but there's still sort of randomness inside the pattern, so that it doesn't sound the same as you're going through. So each strike you can either hear a longer sound or a shorter sound, and then a delay that might be more delayed, might be not as delayed, because basically these are going through. And I was testing on some earlier stuff. The sequencers in this 2600 are actually pretty cool to play around with. So what I wanted to demonstrate today is how to create a LFO using a whole number here. Why is this important? Is because you can use this with other modules, not only just the modularity, but in here in data, this array, you can use this as feeding into array and using it in different positions to store sound information in there. But overall, you can use it to feed into a modular out, and then use it to modulate the other things that's within your effects, like the delay and the ADSR. And then the second part that I wanted to show was basically this ADSR kind of scaling, and as well as the delay, that it creates kind of a cool effect. Kind of sort of grainy, kind of glitchy, kind of like a filter that doesn't allow it to go through, or a amplify a VCO VCF no VCA amplitude, a VCA voltage controlled amplitude that kind of shuts off and then lets the delay go and then turns back on and then shuts back off. And it gives a randomness or a sort of randomness, pseudo randomness, to the sounds that you're getting out of there, because sometimes it's fully clamped off and then it starts delaying. Sometimes it doesn't delay. Sometimes the delay's going with the sound and stuff like that. So it's all chaotic and crazy. I love it. So, at any rate, wanted to show this off. Worked on this yesterday after the last video, because I wasn't happy that I couldn't figure out how to do this until I thought about it the next day, going, oh, okay, this is actually really simple. And then I wanted to experiment with basically this part right here. What this sounds like, where I have a uniform amount of modulation between the attack and delay, and how it would sound like granular, like a sliver of sound or a pluck versus a longer sound, in the kind of juxtaposition between the two. Overall, anyway, hope you liked the video. Thanks for watching. Thank you very much. Apparently y'all didn't like the second video, so this one might not go so good. Or somebody didn't like this. I lost a sub from my last video, and a couple of downvotes. So yeah, was not one of my best work. So hopefully this one's a bit better. Who knows? You never know until you actually put them out. But anyway, thank you very much for watching, and I will catch you later.